Hello guys, and today we're doing our review video for episode 11. I think it's episode 11. Watch this not be episode 11. I'm pretty sure it's episode 11. So this episode was actually really good. I actually did enjoy this episode. For the past couple episodes, I'm gonna be 100% honest, I haven't been enjoying them. I found them not that entertaining and just episodes I'm not the biggest fan of. And I just had a lot of problems with them. But this episode, I do have to give it props. It was really good. I had like almost no problems with this episode. This episode is really good. And I will talk more about what I like about the episode as I talk about like, the characters. So this episode is the comeback episode, which is nice. I'm glad they actually are doing a comeback episode just to see like one character come back. And I'm gonna say I am glad the character they did choose to come back, which I will mention this character when I talk about him. Let me just talk about the challenge real quick, because I always talk about like, the challenge like at the start of the video. The challenge was honestly alright. I feel like Disventure Camp challenges aren't like the best in my opinion. Like they're not bad, but they aren't like wow amazing. Which I honestly don't think they have to be amazing. Like yes, it's good to have like cool challenges, but they don't have to be like super amazing like the what's it called? The singing one. That challenge was really good. But this one I do have to give props. This challenge was a little unique and I actually did enjoy it. I'm glad they like had parts to the challenge, which was nice. I would say it was like better than like the paintball challenge and like the slippy slide challenge. Those challenges are kind of they're kind of boring. But this one was good. And yeah, overall I think this challenge, yeah, it wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't bad. Probably the second best. Maybe the second best challenge we had out of the whole season so far. But yeah. But let's actually get started talking about what really matters, the characters. So for like the comeback, each character like has a partner up with someone that lost and someone that's like still in the game. And most of like the parents are like pretty normal, like characters that actually you see them talk to a decent amount. Like characters actually they're known and like familiar with. Except for Hunter and Gret. I honestly, and also Yul and James I guess, but more Hunter and Gret. I honestly kind of expected more from Hunter and Gret. I kind of expected like more interactions between them. I was very like interested and like honestly was kind of looking forward to like what kind of interactions are these two characters going to have? Because like I mentioned before, these two characters like had never talked before. But sadly, I think that's like one of my negatives. Sadly, these two characters didn't really say anything. They said like one to two words to each other and that was it. I honestly kind of thought they should like involve Gret into the conversation with like Tess, Allie, and Hunter. Because like what they were talking about kind of relates to like Gret and like what a problem she's struggling with. So I kind of wish like Gret would start realizing it and like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be focused online so much. Like what people care about me online. Like why should it matter? I kind of wish they kind of like showed that a little bit more. Like when they're like Hunter and like Tess are trying to like convince Allie, you shouldn't be caring about like so much what people think about you. So I kind of did wish they involved Gret a little bit, but it's not like a big deal and not like something that needed to happen, but it would just been like a nice little detail to it. So let me actually just talk about Hunter, Tess, and Allie real quick. I kind of honestly thought Hunter was going to win from the trailers, but he didn't. But I really liked how like Tess and Hunter were being like really nice to Allie and kind of like supporting her, which was honestly really nice. And also like Tess like not caring about the game and like honestly wanted like Hunter to go farther. It was really nice. I'm not like the biggest fan of Tess, but she is a very nice character. But I feel like she's just really not meant for Disventure Camp. She really doesn't want to win as much. Like we even saw that in the challenge. She kind of just gave up the challenge for like Hunter, which was again was nice to her. But for a character for Disventure Camp, she's unique I guess. But like, is she really a character you want to win? A character that doesn't really care about the show and doesn't like really work hard to like try to win. Like I know like a lot of people probably wanted Tess to come back. I honestly kind of did a little bit too. But she's like not the best option to come back. And then Allie's episode, I actually like Allie. This is like one of her better episodes. I like that like we able to see like her more of her problems and like how she has to kind of like rely on her show for her streaming career, and like she really cares like what people think about her. I think they're definitely hinting at her like being a finalist. I definitely think she's one of the few season 2 characters that can be the finalist. But I will mention the other one that has a chance. But I still think Allie's the most likely one. Okay, overall, Allie, Tess, and Hunter are pretty good this episode. Almost have like no problems with them. Honestly, probably one of their better episodes for all three of them. Moving on, who should we start off? Let's just do Alec and Fiori. They had like a very like, I guess, interesting plot. They try to like sabotage the other teams, which did kind of like backfire for them. Like it worked for like most of them. Like it stopped like a couple teams. Actually, stopped like half the teams, actually. And it was actually a very interesting idea, and like honestly works for the Villain Alliance. I just want to talk about Alec real quick. Again, I want to say this is one of the better episodes for Alec. We actually see Alec do more than just like being right next to Riya, having a little small talk, and that's it. He actually talks to Jake at the start, and like tries to like trick him to being like to work with him, which honestly Jake doesn't fall for. But it's nice to see like more of Alec doing more things than just like again I mentioned before, talking to Riya. Then him trying to like help Fiori win it was very nice. He's not really holding a grudge against Fiori, which I honestly kind of thought he would a little bit, but he's not really doing that. Like we definitely saw him. He was definitely like mad during like season 1, like Fiori didn't choose him. But it's nice of him like to still help Fiori try to win the show. And honestly, Fiori would be like the best decision for like the Villain Alliance to win. Even though I feel like it was very predictable, none of the Villain Alliance were going to win. So, sorry Fiori fans, she did not come back. She was honestly alright this episode. It's nice like she said like she had fun with Alec, like during like the last couple like minutes of the show, which was nice. So honestly, I do like Alec and Fiori together. Like the father and daughter kind of like relationship. I kind of do like that. Like we didn't really see that a lot this season, but like season 1, yeah, I do like it. But I'm kind of glad that Fiori didn't win. I know a lot of people actually kind of wanted her to win, but I'm honestly glad she didn't. But overall, those two characters actually, again, pretty good characters this episode. Let's just talk about Yul and James, I guess. Yul is just being rude for no reason again. Like he even mentioned like Rosa for no reason. Like I know why he mentioned her, but like Yul, he's just being his racist, rude self. This episode, Yul's alright. Didn't necessarily like him, didn't like absolutely hate him. Yul's just being Yul. Like just being a rude general person. And then James. James again, I really have no opinions on James this episode. He was just alright. And then we have, I want to save them for last. Who is left? Let's just do Ashley and Jake. They definitely had like a good lead at like the start of the challenge. I definitely knew like Ashley was not coming back. But I honestly really liked her again. I think this is one of her better episodes. I really like kind of like the conversation between like her and Jake. Like how Jake was like talking to her like, how can I be like, as like not, I don't know what exactly he said, but like he was like, how can I be like as like chill or like happy as like Ashley is? Because Ashley in general is a pretty happy and like very like forgiving character. I feel like maybe not super forgiving. She kind of did like hold a grudge against Fiori, but like she was just a very positive character, which Jake isn't really a positive character. So I kind of like their like dynamic. I don't think I said that word right. I'm so sorry. I kind of like, I'm gonna say relationship. I kind of like their relationship. They work well together, I feel like. And then I do like the scene where Ashley called the cheaters out, and then like she used her, I think it's like a lasso. She used like a lasso to get like Alec and Fiori, which is honestly one of her best scenes. And I'm like, you go Ashley, look you go. Overall, I really did like Ashley and Jake this episode. Have like no problems with them either. And then who else is there? Miriam and Tom. They're all right. It's pretty obvious like Miriam's only mentioned something about Jake to Tom, which she does, which is honestly understandable. Like, Tom, how are you gonna ignore someone for like 2 to like 1 years and then expect to be like friends with them again? Like, I'm on Miriam's side. Like, if you didn't call me for like a whole 2 years, no contact, nothing, and you expected me to be all buddy again, I don't think that's gonna happen. Then she like does mention like her and Jake are very close. You can tell that they're very close. Her and Miriam, Jake and Miriam, which you can definitely tell, and you can tell like she very cares for him, which is honestly nice. I do like Jake and Miriam's like, I don't know what to call it, like friendship. It's not really a friendship. I feel like Miriam's like more like a mother figure for him, which I do like. But Tom, yeah, Tom was alright. I don't know. You guys know I was a Tom fan in season 1. This season, I'm just think he's like alright some moments, bad some moments. He doesn't like, I feel like there's like no scenes where I like really like Tom this season, which kind of sucks. Like, oh my gosh, Tom was my favorite character in season 1. It just sucks to see him really like this character. Maybe you have some improvement. There are some more episodes, so maybe Tom might get some improvement. I really hope they don't get back together though. I feel like they're heavily hinting like Tom and Jake maybe getting back together, which I honestly hope that it doesn't happen. Like, just make them friends. Like, if you want to do something, just keep them as friends. That's it. But overall, Tom and Miriam are pretty good this episode. Who else is there? Besides the 2 characters I want to talk about. like I'm forgetting someone. Am I? Honestly, I don't think I'm forgetting anyone else. What may be? Oh no, it's Ellie and Gabby. Let me not forget about them. Ellie and Gabby again, pretty good. I have no problems with them. You can tell like Gabby's kind of like trusting the villain alliance a little too much, I feel like. Which I'm glad like Ellie did mention something about it. Because I feel like Gabby, out of all of them, you or Yul are the most likely one to like who they would betray first. I definitely think Yul is like the next elimination. I feel like they're heavily hinting at it too, that Yul will be the next one going home. Definitely with like, I'll just mention like definitely with like Riya getting like immunity. I definitely think Yul is the next one going home. But I like that like Ellie didn't really care about like winning the comeback as much, and she just wanted to spend some time with like Gabby, which was honestly very nice. Again, I have like no problems with those two characters this episode. Overall, pretty good. Like I had to just say, a lot of these characters I had to say this episode were actually pretty good. Like I have like almost no problems with any of these characters. See, this is what I like about this episode. I have like, this is like one of the few episodes where I don't really have any problems with this character. Except for one character I have a little problem with next, which I will mention. The person that did come back is Connor, which I'm so happy. I wanted Connor to come back so bad. He's one of my favorite Disventure Camp characters. I know a lot of people think he's overrated, which is honestly probably true. He wasn't in that many episodes, but something about Connor, he's just such a, I don't know what words to say, but like he's such a character I just want to root for. And then Riya, I did not like Riya this episode. I'm sorry, Riya fans. I just did not. She was just annoying and whiny this whole episode. I honestly at moments I kind of thought they were going to lose because of Riya, but I'm glad Riya didn't like stop Connor from winning. Connor was like so good at challenge too. Like he climbed that rope to like win. Like he was determined to win this challenge, which honestly I think he definitely like deserves to come back. After that, like him climbing that whole rope thing, also having a partner like did not want to help him, wanted him to lose. He definitely deserved to come back. Like he definitely deserved to come back in the season, which I'm so happy about. I wonder what they're gonna do with Connor. I don't think him and Riya will have like, I don't know what they're really gonna do anything with him and Riya. Maybe. I don't know. I hope Connor lasts a decently long. Like, please don't make Connor just come back to eliminate him like very soon. Hopefully Connor lasted like at least maybe top 5. I hope he makes like the final 5 at least. I do think Allie's still a more likely choice to be like in the final than Connor. I think they're just like hinting, like trying to like develop Allie to like winning. I definitely don't think Allie's gonna like win the season, but I think she's gonna be in the finalists. But yeah, overall, I am glad that Connor came back. I'm very interested in what they do with him. And then I also wonder what they're gonna do with him and Alec. I feel like him and Alec are gonna have like some dynamic. I keep saying that word wrong probably, but I feel like they're definitely gonna do something with like him and Alec, which I'm like very interested. Because honestly, Alec isn't like the best friend. I feel like they're trying to hint like at the start like how like a small friendship. But honestly, I don't think their friendship is that good. Alec is not the best friend to him. We even saw kind of like this episode, like Alec not being the best person to him. I had to like re-record that part. Somehow I forgot to mention Lake and Aiden, even though like they play like a pretty big part in this episode. I don't know how I forgot about them, but I guess I did. I actually did really like Lake and Aiden this episode. I like how like Lake tried to talk to Aiden, like think about James a little bit more, and not be like as harsh on Jake as much, which was really nice of like Lake. And Lake, we learned a little bit more about like what happened to Lake after the show, so we get like a little bit more like backstory on Lake, which also again some nice like additions to the episode. I get like why Aiden's like mad at Jake. I honestly think it's really understandable. Jake hasn't really been nice to him, has been like pretty rude to him, which is very understandable why Aiden kind of like holds like a little grudge against Jake. But again, like Lake did mention a fair point, and I think Aiden should take and consider. But again, I don't blame Aiden for being super mad at Jake. But overall, Aiden and Lake are actually pretty good this episode. But yeah, overall, I have to say guys, I'm actually shocked and happy we finally got an episode I actually kind of enjoyed, which you also can tell by this review video. I had like almost no complaints about any of the characters. Even the challenge was actually pretty decent this episode. Overall, a pretty good episode. Honestly, again, like I mentioned, the second best episode we ever had. Happy Connor came back. Most of the interactions are pretty good. Thank you guys so much for watching. And what are your opinions on episode 11?